So we've got in front of us the Bay12 Motors Minecart, which is powered by a windmill engine, a little inline 4, and we're here at the automation test track to give it a... we'll take it for a spin and see how it does. So, let me get the hot lapping set up first before I start talking too much. Alright, so the minecart is our little tiny city car. It is a small hatchback, 2 doors, 4 seats, and the new windmill engine is a replacement for our very long in the tooth original little 4-cylinder engine. So we'll see how it does around the track. I'm told that it's got very skinny tires, which means that the traction's a little bit rough. So I'm taking it easy for the moment, and we'll try a hotter lap when we get it around once. Alright, so it's going to try this first corner here. Oh, it's a little bit wobbly there. Ooh, and the brakes are not anti-lock. So through the ban hammerhead there, it's a little bit squirrely, but the traction's good besides the brake issue. It's still not a very powerful engine, so I can get my foot down an awfully long way. So we built this car, of course, to be a budget option for the city demographic, and its small size and relatively efficient engine mean that it fits that brief pretty well. It is, of course, not especially speedy. In our barren sedan, we're usually going about 110 miles an hour through this corner, and it looks like we're going to be going about 85. On the plus side, again, the traction's pretty good. I believe this is a front-wheel drive car, so less power on oversteer. Now coming here into the Varian bend, the true test of braking. I mean, I don't really need to brake too much because I only want to be going about 50 for this corner. I'm probably slower than I needed to there. So this car makes it around the automation test track in automation in about 3 minutes and 5 seconds, I believe. So I've got my work cut out for him if I want to beat the Baron's lap. Even when you lock at the brakes, it's pretty forgiving, it seems like. Unlike the Baron, which, when you lock at the brakes, will really try and kill you. That's actually almost sprightly through that corner. Here into the... oh, what's this one called? I don't remember offhand. It's got a name. It's probably on the sign back there, I just missed it. I do remember Adam's Apex, though, because that's kind of punny, and I like puns. Oop, that was a little bit... again, I don't really need to be braking as hard as I'm braking through these corners. Ooh. Actually, I felt the front lose traction there. It's about the first time. Oop, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go, got the right camera again, back to 50. I was trying to recenter my track IR and I hit the change camera button instead. Well, the nice thing about an understeery car is that it's very easy to handle through the corners. Alright, so I did this first lap in 3 minutes. Well, I locked at the brakes entirely there and still was just fine. It was 3 minutes and 19 seconds on that first one, so let me get us back to the line here. You can see my little tire marks there. It's a very narrow car. Alright, we'll skip this lap so we don't, there's a thing, we back up just a little bit more. Alright, and then I'm going to take this one at speed and see if I can't beat that 3 minute and 6 second time that I need to do to match automation's time. Some wheel spin off the line, surprising. A little bit iffy there on the traction, but again, not too bad. Actually, honestly, I'm pretty pleasantly surprised with the handling of this car. Again, I was told that the skinny tires made it pretty unmanageable, and so far I haven't had a huge problem with it. This is another corner with a person's name on it. I forget what it was, though. Brian's Bend, maybe. Alright. Into Banhammer, headed about 30 miles an hour. Actually hit that apex pretty well. And able to get the rear around a little bit with a harder steering and but kind of flip it around on the... You know, because with the front-wheel drive, all the weight's on the front tire, so around corners, if you're peppy with your steering inputs, you can kind of break the back loose without turning the car, like getting the car into a spin. Alright, so here down the back stretch toward the slingshot. So we did that first sector in probably about a minute, which is, again, competitive with the Baron. This is the part where it's going to lose time, though. You know, we're a full 20 miles an hour slower through this section. We are also really at just about top speed on this. I'm pretty sure it's geared for about 90 some miles an hour. If it had a stick shift, we could have stayed in the high gear there. But we don't, so... Alright, down to 50 some for the end of the Bavarian Bend. Again, very composed compared to the Baron, if you've seen my previous streams on this subject. / videos. Alright, slightly slower, I think, than the Baron to this point, but we'll make some time up in the corners because this is much easier to handle. Also, we can brake a whole lot later, since we're not going nearly as fast. Ooh, I could have even taken that much harder and turned in a little bit later, so hit that apex and that one. Hard on the throttle. Not that you can tell because the automatic's stuck in the low gear, or I suppose the high gear. Whoa, way wide. That's probably going to cost me. No brakes at all out of that corner, just a slight lift. Again, ran that a little bit wide, but it's survivable. 57, 58, 59, 3 minutes. I'm going to beat the computer's time, just not quite the Baron. Okay, that is a 303.750. I'm not sure I could beat that. I could probably shave another couple of seconds off it. I don't think I can beat my 254 time in the latest Baron. So yeah, my impressions of the minecart. It is a, again, very, very sedate car as far as handling goes, but as it is frequently said, it's much more fun to drive a slow car fast than it is to drive a fast car slow. Now, our chief car designer here at Bay12 Motors, Sensei, who's running the Let's Play over at the Bay12 forums, I'll put a link in the description on YouTube. Anyway, realized that you could fit our V8 Pumpstack engine into this car. So, let's spawn one of those and see how it handles. You hear that V8 roar? Alright, let's ooh, this is a stick as well. My goodness, that's a downright sporty. I'm gonna have to turn the engine volume down a bit so I can talk over it better. A little concerned about putting it into the wall there, but I managed to pull it off. Is this thing all-wheel drive? Kind of pulls like it is. I saw it had a rear wing, so it's got that going for it at least. I think it might be. It's nice. look at those brakes. I could have held that way later. I think this is probably the best car that we've built at Bay12 Motors, even though it's only a kind of custom one-off prototype. Oop. And of course I stick it into a wall. But if we just get around the... Let's see, I don't think we've broken so much that I can't drive the next couple of hundred yards to the start-finish line where I can reset the car. It's got that sporty rear wing, those big flared wheel wells to fit bigger tires, the sporty yellow color well, I guess it's the same as on the base minecart, but yellow is a sports car color, of course, and that really shows through in the paint scheme, at least for this. I kind of lost the thread there on that thought. All right. So hit Control R here to spawn me one that's not broken at all. And I think it's time to give this a hot lap. Heavy wheel spin off the line there. A little bit too much steering, but the reflections on the hood are kind of confusing me as to where the nose is pointing. So this is a 60-mile-an-hour corner in most every car. The end of the Everson S is the second half of it. But I got through it pretty well in nearly 70, so we'll hit the apex here. Get on the brakes, coming into the Ban Hammerhead. First gear, because I feel comfortable enough to really lay the power down in this coming out of corners. Little over-aggressive there on that high curb on the inside of the carousel. Coming down toward the slingshot. Hitting 100 miles an hour past the reservoir. Taking the slingshot here at 117, which I believe is a new record for Bay12 Motors cars. Alright, want to brake little... Ooh, actually just about right there. I've been braking a little early there in sportier cars. Losing a little bit to the outside, but the traction is just excellent on corner exit. I'm going to brake around here. Really can throw it into the straights following corners. That must be all-wheel drive. We are now at 2:07. I haven't been giving you split times because I've been too busy with the driving, but this is a very good lap so far. Let's see if I can take this at about... Ooh, hit the infield. That wouldn't count if I were a little more serious about this, but... 2:29 now, coming into the final straight. And 2:34. Which is pretty impressive. I mean, I could do that lap a little bit better. I think I might give it a second try just because I'm enjoying the experience of the Minecart Super Custom here so far. The Pumpstack Custom, excuse me. Let me, again, reset the car since I believe I did a little bit of damage to suspension components and things with my various aggressive cornering. Alright. And pull up to the just the back of the hot lapping marker here. Get the wheel nice and straightened out. Get myself a new car. And here we go, one more lap. Oh, gotta hit the skip lap button first. One more lap. See how fast I can push it through here. 65. Got the power all the way down now. 75 at the exit. A little lift through there. Oh, hello there. It's good to see somebody in the chat. Now coming out of Ban Hammerhead and into the carousel. Get down into first again. A little bit too far inside, but I can make it work. Not the best exit there, but pretty good on the corner exit speed at least. $118 through there, better than last time even. They hit the brakes. Taking this at 60 some into the almost into the gravel there, but I believe the all-wheel drive pulled us out of it. I think this is going to be faster than the last one. Now, 2:27, so definitely going to beat the time. At 2:32.547. So yeah, from our little Bay12 Motors Let's Play, here is the Pumpstack Custom Minecart, which is a pretty hot hatch, as hot hatches go. That 2:32.547, I think is actually my best time around this track in any car, much less Bay12 Motors only cars. So actually I brought one more to try out tonight from my automation game, the Model 88S Super, a 300 horsepower supercar that is about as good as I can make with early 1980s technology. So let's back this one up to the line and see if I can't get it around any faster than the minecart here. And I think the answer might very well be no. We'll see. To our usual spot. Get the zoom right so I can see where the front of the car is. Skip a lap. So the Model 88 I'm driving now, again, is from my automation game, not the Bay12 one. And it's got a 300 horsepower twin-turbo 6-cylinder boxer engine in, and it is very well tuned. The only thing that's not quite right about it is the downforce in the rear. It's a little bit squirrely at high speed in the corners, which you'll see during the slingshot out at the end of this lap, or rather the middle of this lap. Anyway, so without further ado, let's get this one on the road. You can hear the turbos whining. It's faster than the Pumpstack Minecart through here, but not by all that much. Now the big advantage this has is anti-lock brakes, so I can really just stomp on the pedal and get the car slowed down. Also some active, rather some wing elements for downforce. So I can take some of these corners much faster than I could in some of the Bay12 Motors cars, that is. So I'm going to have to lift through here because the rear end gets very loose at high speed. But I still can take it at about 130. And since I'm going so fast, I got to brake relatively early here. That said, with all the downforce, I can understeering a little bit through there. That's better than oversteering at high speed. Ooh, took it a little bit deep into here. Through the Palms corner. Whoop. Okay, I have to restart this lap. I lost it into the wall there. So I don't think I'm going to have to drive back and hit Control R to get myself the spawn point in the proper part. So I may have been a little bit optimistic in my estimation of the Pumpstack compared to cars that I've built in my, dedicated automation sports car game, or sports car save. But at the same time, this is a much more powerful, I believe much more powerful, much more expensive car, and yet the Pumpstack Minecart is competitive up until you get to the very high speed portions of the track. Alright, so I've got a spawn point. Let's try this again. Oop, I guess that would have worked actually, but I got confused about seeing the lap counter in the corner and the lap skipper. So get back into our start position. Skip lap. Give myself a little bit of for all these cars that are pre-sequential gearbox, I've started using the little shifter knob on my wheel to make the experience a little bit more realistic. I got a little deep into that one, but doesn't seem to have hurt me that much. That was a much better exit than my last one. Alright, a 47-second first sector time. A slight lift through here so as not to kill myself. If I fixed that rear downforce, I could take this whole section flat out, which would be pretty amazing. Better exit there too. 124 where the bearing is about a 145. Through the slowest chicane on the track here. Gotta hold it through this, so I can't quite go flat out all the way. Again, ran wide there, but... oh no! Alright, I'll take one lap of the flying start and see if I can't hold it through the whole track. Oh, it's not made for that kind of bumpiness. Alright, we'll give it one more attempt before I call it a night. So even with the big spin, it was a 2:30 on that lap I finished, which is a good, well, 2 seconds faster than the Pumpstack. So the Pumpstack Minecart. So not actually all that much of an improvement with the spin. A little bit faster without. I could take that at 50 in this. The first chicane in the Evertson S's here. Gotta remember that just because I've got anti-lock brakes and big supercar style ones, I can't leave the braking too late. I got about a 47-second first sector time. It's hard to see, but I can feel the rear end trying to slip out from slip out to the right behind me. I brake about 100 here. Feel good about that corner. Just gotta make sure I don't spin it through here. And that's a 2:24.016, which is, let's see. So it's on that is 8 seconds faster than the Pumpstack Minecart, which is a much, much cheaper car, designed with actually slightly older technology. So really that Pumpstack V8 is a much better engine I think I've given it credit for in the past. Especially mounted in a small sporty car, it really is something of a world beater. And that is about all I've got time for tonight. So thanks for popping on and checking this out, and I guess we'll see what wonderful cars the Bay12 Motor Company automation Let's Play comes up with next.